Hi friends, in this video we will discuss public debt, its meaning, sources of public debt and classification of public debt. I am Professor Purushottam Bhattian, Assistant Professor, Department of Economics, Dr. Dayananda Pai P. Satish Pai, Government First Grade College, Car Street, Mangaluru. Now we will discuss the meaning of public debt. Public debt refers to borrowings by the government. Government may borrow from central bank, commercial banks, business organizations and individuals. They are called as internal sources of public debt. It also borrows from international financial institutions, foreign governments and foreign nationals. That is called external sources of public debt. Thus, public debt refers to borrowings of the government either from internal or external sources. Now we will look into the definitions of public debt. According to Findlay Shiras, public debt is a debt which a state owes to its subjects or to the nationals of other countries. According to Philip E. Taylor, public debt is in the form of promises by the treasury to pay to the holders of these promises a principal sum and in most instances interest on that principal. According to Professor Hansen, public debt is an essential means of increasing employment and has become an instrument of economic policy today. Thus, public debt refers to the loans raised by the government within the country or outside the country to fulfill certain well-defined objectives. Now we will discuss the sources of public debt. The sources of public debt can be discussed in the following chart. Public debt is classified into two broad categories: internal sources and external sources. In internal sources, it is subdivided into four categories. It can borrow from central bank, it can borrow from commercial bank, it can borrow from individuals and institutions, and fourth one, financial institutions. In external sources, government can borrow from international financial institutions, foreign nationals, and foreign governments. Now we will discuss in detail what is internal source of public debt and what are the various sources. Internal sources are loans floated within the country. Internal loans are raised within the country from individuals and institutions. For example, loans borrowed from commercial banks, from central bank, non-banking financial intermediaries, NBFIs, and other financial institutions. It involves transfer of funds within the country. Next one is external sources. The external sources of debt are loans borrowed from other countries. It is the claim of foreigners against the real income GNP of our country. For example, loans borrowed from international financial institutions like International Monetary Fund IMF, International Bank for Reconstruction and Development, World Bank, IBRD, Asian Development Bank, ADB, and so on, and foreign governments and individuals. In case of external sources, it involves transfer of funds between countries. So what are the differences between internal debt and external debt? First difference is internal loans may be voluntary or compulsory, but external loans are normally voluntary in nature. Internal loans are controllable. It is within the control of the government. But External loans are uncertain. Internal loans are in terms of domestic currency, but external loans are in terms of foreign currencies. Now we will look into the types of public debt or classification of public debt. Public debt can be classified as follows. Number 1. Internal debt and external debt. We have already discussed this concept. Internal debt refers to the government loans raised within the country from individuals and institutions. For example, loans from commercial banks, central banks, non-banking financial intermediaries, and other financial institutions. Therefore, it involves transfer of funds within the country. External debt refers to the government loans raised outside the country. For example, loans from international financial institutions like IMF, World Bank, Asian Development Bank, and foreign governments and individuals. So it involves transfer of funds between the countries. Second one, productive debt and unproductive debt. What is productive debt? Productive debts are loans used for developmental activities or projects which yield income to the government. For example, loans raised to build infrastructure like railways, roads, and industries, steel plants, power projects, etc. Productive debts create asset to the nation. And what is unproductive debt? So it refers to the loans used for unproductive activities which do not yield income to the government. For example, funds used for war, relief and rehabilitation programs. Unproductive debts do not create any assets to the nation. So they are called dead weight debts. Third one, redeemable debt and irredeemable debt. What is redeemable debt? Redeemable debts are those debts which the government is committed to repay in the stipulated time or date. But irredeemable debt are those debts where the government is not committed to repay the loan in the stipulated date or time. Fourth one, funded debt and unfunded debt. Funded debt. What is funded debt? If the government maintains a separate fund for the repayment of debt, it is called funded debt. For which purpose we have sinking fund. We will discuss it later. If the government do not maintain a separate fund for the repayment of debt and it should be paid within a very short period, usually less than 1 year, such debt is called unfunded debt. Next one is voluntary debt and compulsory debt. What is voluntary debt? Voluntary debt refers to debts where people voluntarily contribute funds to the government without any compulsion. For example, savings of the people in National Savings Certificates NSC, Kisan Vikas Patrak AVP, Public Provident Fund PPF, and so on. Another one is compulsory debt. It refers to debts where government uses its force, coercion to collect the loans. For example, forced savings of salaried class. Next one, short-term debt, medium-term debt and long-term debts. Now we will discuss what is short-term debt. If the government borrows money for a short time, from 3 months to 1 year, it is called short-term debt. Generally, short-term loans are raised to cover temporary deficits in budgets. Second one is medium-term debts. If the government borrows funds for more than 1 year and less than 10 years, it is called medium-term debt. For example, debt incurred for financing war, expenditure on education, and so on. Next one is long-term debt. If the government borrows for a long period for more than 10 years, it is called long-term debts. Long-term loans are raised for the purpose of economic development of the country. Seventh one, marketable debt and non-marketable debt. What is marketable debt? It refers to if the securities are traded or negotiated in the open market. It is called marketable debt. Non-marketable debt, it includes financial securities and instruments that are not transferable and cannot be bought or sold in the secondary market. Therefore, it is non-negotiable or non-marketable debt. Next one, eighth one, gross debt and net debt. Gross debt refers to the total amount of debt of a country in a particular point of time. Net debt refers to the gross debt minus funds earmarked for the payment of debt. What is that fund earmarked for the payment of debt? That is sinking fund. Therefore, net debt is equal to gross debt minus sinking fund. Ninth one, deadweight debt, passive debt and active debt. Professor Hicks classified debt as follows. Number 1, deadweight debt. If a loan is raised to meet war expenditure, it is called deadweight debt. It do not create any real assets. Second one, passive debt. If a debt cannot create any productive powers, it is called passive debt. For example, loans raised to construct public parks, museums, public buildings, and so on. Third one is active debt. If a debt is incurred to finance those projects that directly help in yielding money income and increasing the productive powers of the community. For example, establishment of steel plants, development of agriculture, and so on. So in this schedule, we have discussed the meaning of public debt, definitions of public debt, sources of public debt, and types or classification of public debt. Thank you for watching this video. Thank you, one and all.